Campus Scenes, Part 7. That night, Lara found herself standing outside the Horizon Hotel, her heart pounding in her chest. She was dressed simply. No makeup, no flashy clothes, just a girl desperate for a way out. As she entered the lobby, a man stepped out of the shadows. He was tall, with sharp features and piercing eyes. Lara tensed, unsure of what to expect. You are Lara, right? His voice low and gravely. She nodded. The man leaned in closer. I know what Idris is doing, and I know you want out. How? Lara asked, her voice trembling. How do you know? The man smirked. I've been watching him for a very long time. He made enemies in the high places, but if you want to disappear, you would have to help me take him down. Lara's stomach dropped. Take him down? Idris is untouchable. Not anymore, the man said, his eyes glinting with something dangerous. He's made one mistake, too many, but I need your help. You've seen things, you know things. If you help me, I can make sure you never have to worry about Idris again. Lara hesitated. The thought of betraying Idris terrified her, but the promises of freedom was too alluring to resist. What do you need me to do? She asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The man smiled. I need you to wear a wire. One conversation is all I need. Lara's head spun as the man's words sunk in. A wire? Taking Idris down? It felt like a suicide mission. She knew how ruthless Idris could be. He had eyes and ears everywhere, and if he ever found out that she was betraying him, there would be no escape. Not for her, not for anyone who helped her. But what was her alternative? Continue down this dark, endless road? Her life wasn't her own anymore, and the promises of money, power, and luxury felt hollow compared to the price she had paid. She had sacrificed her dignity, her freedom, and now she had one final chance to reclaim it. I'll do it, Lara whispered, her voice steady, despite the fear coursing through her veins. The man, who still hadn't given her his name, nodded once. Good. Tomorrow night. Same place you met Idris. We'll make sure the wire is in place. Lara's heart pounded in her chest as he slipped her a small device. A tiny recorder, barely visible against the palm of her hands. Just one conversation, Lara. That's all I need. Then you're free. She swallowed hard and nodded, clutching the recorder tightly. This was her last chance. Next evening, Lara arrived at the exclusive lounge where she had first met Idris, her nerves jangling with anticipation and fear. The plush velvet seats, the glow of chandeliers, and the expensive drinks no longer impressed her. All she could think about was the tiny recorder concealed under her dress, tucked safely inside her bra, every movement magnified, and she feared Idris might hear the rapid pounding of her heart across the room. Idris greeted her with his normal charming smile, but his eyes were cold and calculating as always. He offered her a drink and she accepted it, her hands trembling ever so slightly. Lara, you've been quiet lately, Idris said, his gaze piercing. Everything all right? She forced a smile, knowing she had to play this perfectly. Just thinking about the future. He murmured, swirling his drink. I've heard some interesting things about your future. Lara's blood turned cold. Did he know? Was he testing her? What do you mean? She asked, trying to keep her voice casual. Idris leaned in, his voice narrowing. There's been some talk, people whispering. Some girls, they think they can walk away from this life. His voice turned icy, his smile darkening. But no one walks away from me, Lara. Her breath caught in her throat. This was it. The moment she had to get him to incriminate himself. She leaned forward, her eyes locking onto his. What if I wanted to walk away? She whispered. For a moment, Idris didn't move. His expressions remained unreadable, but his eyes flickered with something dangerous. If you wanted to walk away, he repeated slowly. You know what happens to girls who try that, don't you? Lara's pulse quickened, but she kept her voice steady. What happens? Idris' smile was cruel as he leaned back in his chair, his gaze fixed on hers. They disappear. They don't even get the chance to pack their bags. 1 minute they are thinking about leaving, and the next they are gone. No trace, nobody. Like, comment, and share for part 8.